Like I like seasoned food. Like I hate bland food.
Okay.
So I season my clothes a lot. One of my homies told me, like after I finished Hey Ya and I played it for him, he said, man, if you put that out, man, your career is over. That's like one of the coolest things about the recording. Like I'm actually listening to myself be a baby at something, you know, be a baby at this new machine that I've never touched. This feels like 80s doctor's office.
I think it's cozier than that.
Psychiatrist's office.
Psychiatrist's office. There we go. That's amazing, man.
Oh, thank you, man. What's up, man?
What's up?
Bring it in, bring it in. I like the shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, stripes.
Yeah.
Just trying to be like you.
It's stripe time.
Trying to be like you.
Get your stripes, yeah.
We should make it clear that you actually use this laundromat.
Yeah, this is a laundromat not too far from my house.
How'd you end up out here?
I was making a move from New York, and it was really supposed to be like a 6-month kind of, you know, reset. You know, come to California, get some sun. Hey.
What is that?
I got it from Ramses the Great Museum in San Fran. We went to this thing, and I bought this just as.
And now he's just the laundry guardian.
He hangs out like I sit him in the windowsill of my car. Like me and my son, kind of like, and I think Seven may have put like just a plain rubber ducky. And then when I saw this one, I was like,
that's beautiful.
We're gonna freak it. Like that's the Egyptian one. So
and
yeah,
it's like
I kind
your son a little bit with you too, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised to know that you go to a laundromat to do your laundry.
Yeah, but only for that kind of convenience thing, and it's fun for me because it gives me a chance to kind of to be out in the world, and like when I'm putting clothes in the dryer, I usually go out in the alley and practice. You know, I play my instrument out in the alley, and it's just something to do to get out in the sun a little bit.
What is important about being out in the world?
Meeting people. Like I met this old lady here. She was from Vienna. I had my bass clarinet at the time, and I was kind of playing. And she says, the music that you're playing, it reminds me of my old country. We sparked up like a real cool friendship, and she was like, if you come here next Saturday, I'll bring you all of my old record collection of classical music from Vienna. And she told me a time to meet her, but unfortunately I was late. And so when I came, she wasn't around. So I hadn't seen her, so I'm hoping she's still alive, you know.
Okay. Do people clock that it's you when you're here?
Nah, she didn't know who I was. It's kind of like, some people may recognize me, like, oh man, that's cool, but it's not like crazy. Like, I kind of like what my life is, where I can come and do this. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of my contemporaries, like, I kind of feel bad for them, you know, because we got children, and like sometimes, like some of these people can't even go out without having paparazzi follow them, and it's like that's a whack ass life, man. Like, I kind of like some normalcy, even though it's not normal, but I came from that. Like, I used to hang out at, you know, the laundromat, like when we didn't have a wash and dry at our house. My mom worked at the beauty salon, so it's like I'm in these places, social kind of situation, you know?
Yeah, when you say normalcy, what do you mean by that?
Walk with your family and not have people follow you and chase you, and you can't take your kid to the park and play because people will follow you.
Was your life ever like that?
At certain times, I think maybe at the height of Outkast, over years of like letting it simmer a little bit, and I'm older now, so a lot of people, they see me like, you look like him, but nah, that ain't 3000. So it's like,
it's funny because it's like when you're 19, you're probably working towards like anything but normal. You know, you're working towards like,
It's so funny.
let's be successful. Let's see where this can go.
Exactly.
And then you spend the back end of it trying to work your way back to the.
This life, you want what you want till you don't want it. Me and Big Boy used to literally pray every night. Lord, really, we just want to be good rappers. That was our prayer. It was called like a rapper's prayer. Like, Lord, we really just want to be good rappers. And we did that. And it's kind of like, now we're seeing that it's happened. I love that it's happened. Like, I don't regret any of that. But it's kind of like, now that I'm at a certain level, I miss certain things about normalcy. And like, I'm an only child, so I've always kind of been to myself anyway. I kind of like my solitary kind of chill life. And I think you do have a choice.
But you could still live the other way if you wanted to. Are you ever like tempted to like?
That's the problem, the balance. Like, I do have an urge because I want to create things. Like, I'm happiest when I'm creating things. And I was talking to my manager and publicist. I had to really ask myself, do you want to possibly be famous again? Like, do you want to turn it up again? And I was like, well, I'll just put the record out and just don't do any press for it or anything like that. But then it's kind of a disservice to the music because I want people to like check it out. I want people to hear it. I had to find some balance.
We've been a little coy. You have a whole flute album now.
I wouldn't call it a flute album. It's an album, but I am playing wind instruments. Sometimes it's native flutes, sometimes it's digital wind instruments, which I actually discovered right before we started recording the album. Some of the songs, what you're hearing me go through patches on the instrument, and you hear me figuring the instrument out. So it's new, which I thought was really cool. To me, that's like one of the coolest things about the recording. Like, I'm actually listening to myself be a baby at something, be a baby at this new machine that I've never touched.
A document of this exists.
Yes.
It has a name.
Yes. New Blue Sun. New Blue Sun is the album.
Many people will ask why a woodwind album.
I ask myself, why anything? Like, why did we record these albums before in my career? Like, it's just kind of those are the things that came, I would say it's probably this felt more real and authentic to me. Like, cause I don't stop trying things. Like, I always try, recordings, and I try vocal things. I even try to jot down ideas and lyrics here and there, but none of that excited me. It kind of felt like I'm trying to do a thing, you know what I mean? And I don't like when I'm trying to do a thing. It just felt inauthentic, and this felt like the realest I could be at the time.
People who like pay close attention know that you're creating all the time. This is the first thing though that actually is making it out in the world.
I've actually played some wind things that I've put out in the world that I call myself another name under different artists that are out there that, I was just kind of testing it out in a way.
Wait, so you have anonymous wind recordings out there already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, from known artists.
Really?
And they've been cool about keeping it secret. Yeah, I wasn't sure how to present the wind thing because I would just be on the street and play, because I play like in nature a lot. I just play hiking, walking, in the city, wherever. And what started to happen was people started kind of like filming me on their cell phones and posting it and making beats out of it, which is cool to me. But I was trying to find a way, how can I share my love for discovering this wind instrument with more people, like, where it's just not this kind of, where's Waldo, there's this dude playing kind of thing. So, in approaching, I knew I wanted to do a wind-based album, but I didn't really know what I wanted to sound like. I had influences, I had ideas, and I kept
What were the
trying.
influences?
Influences ranging from Coltrane to Philip Glass to Steve Reich.
It's a very intimate record. I've heard it. It's like getting a very like luxurious and expensive, but very like tender mental massage.
Nice, I'll take it. I describe it as just like pure like breathing, and living. And the way it was recorded, it was all improv and spontaneous. So we were living it. What you hear on the record is how we heard it as we were doing it. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do these chords, and we only talked about feeling,
Are you apprehensive?
Very, very, very apprehensive.
Do you feel like that played into decisions you made about Outkast too?
I think just in general, when it came to figuring out what we would do creatively and where my creative juice is coming from within Outkast, like there was a certain point where I just didn't know where else to go. You know, I didn't, like even now, like people think, oh man, he's just sitting on raps, or like he's just holding these raps hostage. Like I ain't got no raps like that. Like it actually feels, sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like I'm 48 years old, and not to say that age is a thing that dictates what you rap about, but in a way it does. And like the things that happen in my life, like what do you talk, like I gotta go get a colonoscopy, like what do you what do you rap about? You know what I mean? Like my eyesight is going bad. Like,
but you're not just any rapper. Like you're a top 5, you know, to many people. To me, it's like you're basically being like, I have a very beautiful sports car in the garage, but I choose never to drive it. You know, which is your talent.
Talent is one thing, but honestly, I think timing and momentum is more important than talent. And the energy of it. Like talent, it's a lot of people with talent. And we're seeing that now. Like there's so many dope people on the internet like that are just raw, but it's your timing, is what you're talking about, is if you're catching the zeitgeist of what's happening in the world. And like my goal is I want to connect. I'm not talking about nothing that I can't connect with in it.
Have you tried?
It's no use. Yeah, I try all the time. Like I'm open to producers now, like the young producers, and I get beats all the time. Like, and people send me songs like to get on remixes and stuff like that, but I don't be knowing what to talk about most of the time, you know?
Do you think that's about expectations or lack of self-belief? Like, where do you think that comes from?
Like, I think you're your best and worst critic, and I only work on feeling. Feeling is my only barometer of what I'm doing. Like, I don't feel like I'm the best rapper. I don't feel like I'm the best producer. I don't feel like I'm the best singer, actor, none of that. It's just, for me, my gauge is feeling. And that's always been that way, even within Outkast. Like, if it felt right, I ain't care what other people thought. If it felt right, it was like, I ain't gonna argue with what it feel like. And if it don't feel right to me, which it hasn't in a while, like when it comes to rapping or vocal, you know, type of music, I don't do it. The song is more important, the music is more important.
I was looking at the song titles. I wanted to ask you about a few.
Yeah, for sure.
The first song is called I Swear I Really Wanted to Make a Rap Album, rap in quotation marks, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
In my mind, I would love to make a rap album. Like, I would love to make a rap album, but this is what came at this time and it felt authentic.
One of the things that's so great about you as a rapper is the directness and the way that you would talk about your life. So when you said yesterday, I don't know what to talk about now, I was like, how's that possible?
I was once in the studio with an artist, a younger artist, Tyler Creator, and we were talking about rapping as you're old. And I was kind of telling Tyler, I was like, man, I just don't know what, like, I'd rather write a book or something at this point. Like, I don't know, like, you got to do it. And I was like, why? He was like, because it shows us what we can do when we get to that age. But to make it into a entertaining song to where it's just not self-serving, or it's not just, like, there's a part of entertaining someone else too. I know I joked about, having to go get a colonoscopy and all this kind of stuff. And that's a real thing in my life, but to make that into a song, or
why not?
Like, yeah, of course, but I got to make it into a song that feels good as a song.
But your track record as making people feel good through song is...
Track record is one thing. The right now is a whole nother. I can't put anything else out in the world if I'm not excited about it, because how can I expect you to be excited about it? How can I expect you to think, oh, this is raw? Oh, this is fresh, if I don't feel that way? Like, what's that saying with that drug addicts say? They say, well, the longer I'm out of it, the better chances I have of staying out of it. So
that's not what America wants to hear.
I understand, but it feels that way. Like, as I keep going, like, it's like you keep slowing down too. Like, people don't understand that there's a physicalness to rapping. I always say it's like being a boxer. Like, you got to think it's actually like being a boxer. But don't you think the genre is big
enough to encompass all of that?
Look at the greatest boxers now. What do? They do exhibition fights every now and then, but they're not stepping in the ring. You know what I mean?
What if rapping wasn't boxing? What if it was something else?
But it is, though. That's what I'm saying. It is partly physical, partly mental. When boxers, when they're about to fight, they have to train. So if I were to make a rap album, the best thing I could probably do is just be around rappers. You know what I mean?
But that's not part of your life right now, really.
Yeah, it's not even like, I don't even like going to the studio and just hanging out with niggas smoking all day. You know, I just don't.
It's gotta be weird to have all that energy directed toward you? People coming up to you on the street or whatever and being like, do this, do this, do this. And you're like, I'm not going to do it.
I wish I could answer them.
That's
man.
a lot of cosmic pressure. It's like being brought to bear on you.
It is. And that's to that point, that title, the first song.
Yeah.
I'm kind of addressing it in a way.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like for me, like washing is kind of like cooking. Like I like seasoned food. Like I hate bland food.
Okay.
So I season my clothes a lot.
We're in our uniform era, is that right?
Yeah, I guess you definitely can call it a uniform. It's easy for me. Like it's kind of like even when I look around now and I look at kind of what's happening in the world, like everybody turned up in the late 90s and 2000s. Our contemporaries were looking at us crazy. Like who are y'all?
Yeah.
Like y'all are from another planet. Now the planet is here, you know, like all the kids are turned up, you know what I mean? Like, which is beautiful. I just love this workwear kind of stripes and these overalls. They're very comfortable. I call them like adult baby clothes. You just feel like really comfortable and snug and like you have places to put your hands.
This is yours, these overalls.
Yeah.
What is the brand called?
From now on, they will have no choice but to call us the Ants. This is a workwear brand for sure. And like when you look at Ants, it's like they're always like working. I'm at the stage where I'm loving to do things with my hands.
Yeah.
You know, and things that I can do when I'm 75 years old or when I'm 80 years old.
And the outfit reflects that.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't think about clothing. Like I'm at work. Like I'm actually drawing or painting in these. I still love it that like the young kids, they'll come up like, oh man, your fit is fresh. Like, oh, okay, thank you, man.
Do you feel like the uniform is a reminder to yourself about the differences between now and say like the year 2000?
It's actually the opposite. It's not a reminder at all. It's a forgetting. I don't have time to think about clothing. Some people like go into fashion, like I want to be free and like do all these things. There's a certain freedom in that too, but there's also a freedom in not having to think about it at all.
What do you do while you wait usually when you're here?
I usually go in the alley and I play.
I don't mean to be forward or ask for the art for free, but could we do that?
I'm at a point now, like if somebody in the street were to ask me like, man, could you rap? Like, could you say something? It'd feel weird. I have to like get my mind, like you have to get in rap mind or rap mode. But when people ask me, hey, can you play? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's play.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Oh, thank you. I'm just kind of feeling what's happening at the time, so I'm just kind of making it up as it goes. Like even the new album was completely improv and made up, just a discovery path every time. So you never know what patterns you will play, you never know what melodies you're gonna play. You're on the tightrope at that point, so it's like, you gotta do something. It's very interesting that I've never been a rap freestyler. I just think too much to freestyle. You know,
but this is somehow accessing like a different part of the brain.
Yeah, I'm not thinking at all. Listening more than anything, like listening and responding. So when I started playing, it was kind of a thing like, if you didn't know of my history, if you didn't know of album sales, if you didn't know of records, you know, accolades or anything, like I was getting real responses from people that didn't, like actually people would come up and give me money. Like, yeah.
Are you aware that clips of you playing your flute various places?
I became aware of it, and it kind of made me more self-conscious because it became kind of like a game. I remember I was in Philadelphia and someone came up and they was like, you know, it's like a game now. Like an actual person, they were like, you know, we try to spot you. And he told me, I was like, it's kind of weird now, you know, because at first it was kind of like I would just walk for miles and miles and play and just kind of duck off in places. But now it's like, it's become a thing. Being famous is just, people don't want to say it. Like, it is a great blessing. Like I'm actually blessed to be able to create in front of people and get ideas off. That's the biggest blessing out of being famous. But being famous really sucks, man. Like it's so unhuman. Like, I can't remember his name, but there was this classical pianist that said it's actually unnatural and actually detrimental to a human to have that much admiration, because it actually changes the way you think. It changes the way you move, you know, like.
There's 100 people on the planet Earth who were like as famous as you at one point. You know, like the experience that you've had and know, very few people know. You're like an astronaut in that sense, you know?
I'm coming to grips with it, I think, because I'm older now. Like, I really see it as I'm just being used for something. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that I'm being used in a greater scheme. Like, I kind of have looked at my whole career and looked at where I am now, and I kind of feel like I'm a catalyst kind of artist, where I'll do a thing that I naturally do, and then, you know, people see it, and then the reaction of that spawns other things to happen, you know what I mean? So I'm always watching, well, how am I being used? Like, you know,
yeah.
What's happening? Yeah. Like, what's going on right now, you know? And you can't be mad at that.
And then I wanted to ask about one more, the last song. Dreams once buried beneath the dungeon floor slowly sprout into undying gardens.
Yeah, that song, which is the last song on the album, just for information, that is actually the first song that we recorded as a group. We're creeping along and filling it out, and it just felt like this enchanted kind of garden at first. And so the title is kind of referencing that enchanted garden thing, but it's also like, I wanted to kind of like go back to the very beginning. So I wanted to like pinpoint the dungeon where I'm from, you know, with myself, Outkast, Goody Mob, Organized Noise. And we started in Rico Wade's basement, and it was dirt. Like, it wasn't a floor. It was actually a crawl space where the musical equipment was. And I just felt like there was a continuation. Like, I always wanted to it's not a separate thing. It's a continuation from where we started, you know, so everything kind of goes back to the dungeon. And when you look back at it, yeah, we were kids and, you know, we were different in high school, but even, you know, choosing the name Outkast, it was like, okay, you just don't fit in really. And I've really felt that way, even outside of music, just kind of in my life. Like, I don't really feel like I belong to any sect. I don't feel like I belong to the young rap crew. I don't feel like I belong to the aged adults. I just don't feel like you fit in anywhere. So you just kind of got to take that and just, it is what it is, you know?
I watched the clip of you guys being booed at the Source Awards this morning. You look so young.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were youngins, man.
Are those fond memories when you look back on them at that time?
Oh, yeah, man. Those times were the best times ever, man. Like, and you wish you can get them back. Like, you wish you can all go back and sleep on the floor in the dungeon. You know, time moves on and things grow, things change, families come, new generations come, generations after you come, even musically, you know, even looking at the landscape of music now, like, I'm so happy and blessed that I'm still alive to be able to see like a lineage, you know, to see it, like, to
Do
be
you
able
see
to
it?
clear. Yeah, I see it. And I hear it because a lot of these guys actually like reach out and like we talk. And I think lineage is important in any art form, in anything, because I think you do a disservice if you don't tell people where things came from. When I'm making music, I always feel like, oh, I wonder what George and them would think. Or I wonder if Jimmy was here, what would he think? You know, or I wonder what would Prince think? You're only as good as the people before you.
Yeah.
It's just true, because those are your building blocks. And I don't care who you are, and it will always be that way. And it will just keep going. And it's gratifying to know that your life has had meaning for someone or a group of people.
And for such a long time. I mean, like I was saying, I see how young you are in that clip. I was like, God, these guys were so successful, so young, you know? Do you think about that? Like, what kind of effect did that have on you?
It was a blessing to be successful that young. Like, I think our career is kind of interesting because since our very first album, we've gone platinum and just kept rising. Like, so next album was double, next 3, next 4. So it just kept rising.
I think you're 13X today, I heard.
Yeah, I recently heard that, which is so crazy to me.
Box
Like,
Love Below.
so
Best-selling
crazy.
rap album of all time.
It's something in it, because I'm always kind of trying to figure out, well, what's the bad in it? I don't know, I'm just a negator. We haven't taken a fall. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes you build character or you build something by failure. Idlewild may have been our slip. You know, you never know. The only thing you can do is be honest about what you're doing at the time, because what you don't want to happen, you don't want to fall or fail when you were trying to mimic something or trying to appease someone else.
Is that what keeps you away from Outkast now?
And I think there's a certain chemistry that me and Big Boy have. I think people don't understand that chemistry changes. Outkast was a true chemistry. The elements we had were not supposed to go together a lot of times, you know, but it's something that, and I think they call it rocket fuel. Like when you have these kind of forces that may be opposing, but they're going for the same goal, but they kind of get this kind of reaction to each other, and it makes magic. But as like people, like me and Big Boy, like we still tough, you know, like it hadn't changed, and it'll always be that way because we were friends first. Like we weren't put into a group together or anything, so we'll always have that.
But plenty of people would get, especially since I think, at least for years, the understanding was that he would have kept going if you would have.
Oh no, Big Boy, he is on it. Like,
he's back tomorrow.
Hell yeah, he is the biggest cheerleader like for Outkast. Big Boy's, oh man, we the fucking greatest. You know, he's the Muhammad Ali kind of like.
The love between you guys is very real, because I think that energy, those different goals would have split other people up, not just as a group, but as like two human beings.
I do know that I'm not the controller. Big Boy is not the controller of any of this. We couldn't have planned where we are, you know, so we can't plan an ending.
You guys did reunite one time to play shows, 2014.
Yes. I ain't been on stage in damn near 15, 20 years, so it's like, it was odd for me. And actually right before the show, you see Paul McCartney walk and go to the left side of the stage. And then Prince walks to the right side of the stage. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And you know, there's new technologies like earbuds and shit. Like I'd never used earbuds in my life. Like we were always just in front of the monitors or listening to the speakers. So if you were watching the Coachella show, like I got people in my ear talking and shit, and it's like, what the hell is going on? So halfway through the show, I was already checked out.
Yeah.
Like I was already in my bed at home, so I was just trying to get through it. And so, the show happens, and it was a bomb night. It was horrible. In my eyes, it was horrible. The very next morning, I get a call from Prince, which I don't know him like that. I don't know how he got my number. I do not know. And first thing he says is, you know what your problem is? You don't realize how big y'all are. And then he was like, you got to remind people who you are. And from that point on, like, it's like, okay.
Is it weird to live like where knowing that if you wanted to next week, you could be on stage in front of 60,000 people?
It's only weird in like the scale of thinking about that. You know, even when we did the Outkast 20, we opened up for Rolling Stones on one of the dates, and I'd never seen that many people in my life.
Was there like a mental adjustment to be like, oh, I'm by myself again?
I mean, there's been so many times in my mind where I thought I was done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like a struggle. It wasn't like, what am I gonna do now? Like, yeah, there are times, even still now, like doing all of this. Like I remember a couple of weeks ago talking to my manager and publicist, I was like, I really had to ask myself, do I wanna be just out there again? Like to do the run, to do the PR, to like, and I really had to ask myself, and I honestly don't. I don't wanna, like I really enjoy my life. I like being able to do what I want as a civilian, you know, when I just walking in the world. But at the same time, I want to promote the music. So I'm only doing it to promote the music. Like I'm not, this ain't no flex.
And forgive me if this is like not something that's fun or comfortable to talk about, because we don't have to, but it's like you've talked in the past about actually having some amount of real social anxiety.
Yeah, it's true. And it never goes away. It's like, it's not like a cure-all kind of thing. It just becomes a part of life, and you just have to kind of like take a deep breath, smile a little bit, and just get through it for tomorrow. the best I can say, you know.
Do you think that's something that developed in reaction of fame, or something you always had?
For sure. I think that may have been a trigger, like a traumatic kind of thing, because it's really unnatural to have that much attention as a human, you know, or to have that much expectation as a human. I had to adjust people filming you all the time, or just like coming up to you and that was so weird to me, like very, very weird to me, and I didn't like it. It made me not want to play at all. It made me not want to come out at all. One thing a therapist told me, he was like, well, son, the thing that makes your art what it is the thing that you don't like either. So it's like, fuck, what am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
It's not like I can change it.
Yeah.
Just kind of rock with it.
Do you feel like something like the new record is like an attempt to just change the terms of the conversation in a way?
I will say it's the most honest thing that I could do at the moment, and I feel really good about it. And one thing that I noticed listening back at the album is it's kind of a reset or a reintroduction of a new volume. I'm not trying to compete with people on the radio. Like most records that come out, when you master them to the loudest that they can go, you know. And I was having a conversation with the engineer, and a lot of his engineer buddies, they were saying, we've realized as engineers that as humans, we've gotten as loud as we can get in human history. When you think about that, we can't get any louder. As an engineer, people send you files. A lot of times they look like these thick bars, solid bars, when music used to look like that.
Sure, dynamic.
Yeah. And so on the record, there's certain kind of suggested listening, you know, tactics, like we would say, you know, listen at a low to mid volume, you know, because these are not bangers.
When you listen to music now, do you hear your influence?
Yeah.
Where do you hear it most?
Certain artists, I see it visually. I see it more in spirit, and people pushing things and trying things. And I love the spirit. Like, I think I'm happy that people caught on the spirit part. Like, you see Tyler and them, you see like Tizo Touchdown and those guys, like you're like, The coolest thing is, it's not like a sonning, it's not like a copy, it's a lineage.
Yeah.
It's a lineage. Like, these people got their own thing. Like,
do you allow yourself to picture how people might react to this record when it's out in the world?
Yeah, I do.
What do you picture?
I have a lot of different outcomes, and it depends on different people. Like, you may get someone that cries. You may get someone that immediately starts to do yoga. Then you got the homie that be like, y'all gonna put some beats on that shit? Like, my friends don't always like my music, which is hilarious to me. Like, one of my homies told me, like, after I finished Hey Ya and I played it for him, he said, man, if you put that out, man, your career is over. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, but I like this shit though. Like,
do you have any other plans around it in terms of, will you tour? Will you?
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm glad you asked that. So the cool thing about how we recorded it, making up the sound, like everything that y'all are hearing, we made it up at that point. And so the live performances will be that again. So we get to actually go out and do it live. And like, I actually had to go back and listen and relearn some of the melodies that I played, but it'll always be a completely new performance every time.
Have you thought much about just being on stage again?
Yes, I have, and it's terrifying. It is terrifying. It's a very new experience for me, like, which is totally different from getting on stage and rapping some songs. There's more involved in what I have to do now than rapping songs that I've written. That's kind of like muscle memory and just energy, and you're able to hide some of the nervousness through your energy. Here, it's all in your face. You're on a tightrope the whole time. Like, I can't hide behind a beat that you already know or hide behind lyrics that you already are into. It is what it is. It's fun to do it. Like, when I'm actually playing, it's fun. It's fun.